Tesla sent me an email telling me that acceleration boost is available, that I can go from 0 to 60 from 4.4 seconds to 3.9 seconds for just $2,000. And I couldn't care less. Yes, this is something I'm actually going to pass on because I have no interest about speed like that. When I go into my app now, I have a new column called Upgrades. What this basically means is I can do purchases from the app directly now instead of going onto the website to do any upgrades to the car, software stuff. The choices that I have are what's eligible, which is my acceleration boost, as well as what I've already purchased. Now, I did not buy the basic autopilot. That comes default now, so I didn't really purchase that. That's a standard across the board for all, to my understanding, all Teslas now, but I did buy the full self-driving. And yeah, I could just Apple Pay it, and just like that, I will get an update to my car, letting me drive faster. But here's the thing, I've never cared about how fast my car can go. I only cared about how long my car can go. I bought the long range over the standard range plus because one, partly, I didn't know if the premium connectivity would be available for the standard range plus. At the time, they didn't really announce or go into specifics about that. But the other part, the more important part for me, was battery. I care more about being able to drive further and go longer distance on a single charge of a battery than how fast I can go from A to B. Realistically, even though I live in a very congested city and I live on all these freeways and stuff, I'm not really gonna go over 75 miles. Especially after the accident I was in, I have no interest in going fast. Not that I was really going fast before, but I am more cognitive about it. On back roads, you don't really have a purpose, nor should you have an interest to speed so quickly because, I mean, I don't know about where you guys live, but for me, I have all these speed signs posted up that actually have the police cam there that's letting you know how fast you go. So I'm not trying to get myself in trouble like that. And on freeways, yeah, it's good to launch yourself pretty quickly to, catch up to speed as you get on the freeway, but realistically, flow of traffic, you're already going faster than most vehicles anyway at the current speeds that these cars come with. The Model 3 already drives faster than most vehicles on the road. I can catch up to any car like that. And that's something that really not any other real vehicle can do at this current state. So for me to buy half a second, it's not worth $2,000. $2,000 would be worth it if they announced a feature that actually gave me even a longer range with the current hardware that I have, specifically the battery. Not too long ago, Tesla found a more efficient way to preserve the battery, which gave you extra range, so to say, for free. I care more about stuff like that. That's something that I would have considered even paying for, because at the end of the day, range is what's important for me. If I was so inclined to do fast driving and all that stuff, I would have, been torn between going the performance or the long range, and I would have just bought the Model 3 Performance. At the end of the day, yes, I have all-wheel drive. The dual motor is good and it's fast and it's great. And now I would have the ability to eventually get ludicrous mode. But if I'm being practical about it, that's not a good use of my money because I don't care about the speed. I don't need to show off how fast the car can go when I'm always demonstrating and showing off the auto summon, the come get me feature, the fact that the car can have like a fireplace mode, all the other bells and whistles that are pretty much standard without me doing any more extra purchases. That is good enough if I'm trying to flex a little bit, but I'm not really trying to flex. At the end of the day, I just want to have the most efficient lifestyle with the vehicle. I want to be able to have the most convenient lifestyle with the car. The real flex actually was when I bought the wrap for it, but everything else, it's icing, but not icing that I'm willing to pay extra for. So for me, I'm gonna pass on this. This is not something I'm really interested in, but I think it's a cool concept that you can now do upgrades in the app. It's easier to authenticate, it's more seamless, and if Tesla does introduce something that is more about range than it is speed, that's something I'll look into. Otherwise, this purchase isn't for me. But what about you? Is the purchase for you? If you have the car, if you don't have the car, but you're probably gonna be in the market for one, are you considering getting this add-on for it? Will you pay another $2,000? As it is, I am keeping track of all my expenses and what I put towards the vehicle, and I do use every dollar consciously knowing what I'm putting it towards. With the exception of the cosmetic changes that I wanted to do to it, everything else has a very practical use to it. So, to me, this isn't practical. but maybe it is for you. Let me know, and until then, I will talk to you guys later.